Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome back. Just doing another tier list today. This one is for Left 4 Dead 1, as in playing the original campaigns on the original game on expert difficulty, single player with bots on Xbox. And you might be wondering, why am I doing this tier list again when I just did Left 4 Dead 2, which has the Left 4 Dead 1 campaigns ported over? That is true, but they play extremely differently. Those first six campaigns were designed for that game and its mechanics. They weren't necessarily designed for a lot of the features that were added in the second game. Because of that, for better or for worse, I say it's mostly neutral, but they do change the gameplay pretty drastically. All the new special infected break up a lot of the gameplay moments, change up a lot of strategies, way less camping with the spitter. You've got melee weapons, special ammo types, special weapons, chainsaws, grenade launchers, M60s. You've got AKs and scars, bile jars, endless shoving is gone. The tank works very differently. He no longer, kills everyone one by one. The bots have dramatically better AI. It works so much better. So there's a lot of differences. A lot of the campaigns were individually tweaked as they were reported. Some had gauntlet events added to them. Some things changed up. So I think it's considerably different enough to really justify this. And all these changes can make it easier or harder depending on which campaign it is. So, with that being said, let's just get right into it. You know, I think that first game deserves a lot of respect for being the original. And no better way to start off than with the first campaign, No Mercy, which is yet again very easy. Honestly, there's not much to say about it. Level 1, not going to give you trouble. You can use the vent trick to skip most of it anyway. Level 2 might give you some trouble with the tank because he will hunt you down and kill everyone one by one. In fact, that might be a recurring theme in a lot of these campaigns and a lot of levels is running away as a tank kills your whole team and then just trying to outlive him, outrun, really. But besides that, level 2, once you get to the crescendo's easy, you hold out, and then from there on, you just make your way to the safe room. Level 3, you can pretty much skip this crescendo by just breaking. I don't know if it's a glitch or not, but it was patched, I think, in Left 4 Dead 2. But you just go up to this metal door and break it by punching it like 60 times, and you can get in. A horde does seem to spawn like every time the moment you do it and get inside, but it's a lot easier to hold out in there than outside and going up the ramp or the lift. And from there on out, you run to the safe room, not hard. The sewers, a tank can spawn in there and kind of mess things up. Once you get out of the sewers, I think in Left 4 Dead 1, it seems to be like 100% guarantee that there's like zombies everywhere. In Left 4 Dead 2, I feel like it's like kind of half and half, but in Left 4 Dead 1, you're almost always going to be greeted by a bunch of zombies outside the hospital, so pipe bomb's pretty good. The hospital itself, you can also kind of cheese the holdout. There's a spot where I think they're supposed to break the wall down, but they can't, so you kind of just camp in this like kind of back room down the hallway. Level 5, just use the Jesus room. I mean, sometimes it can glitch out and the finale kind of like gets stuck and you gotta kill yourself. Sometimes, the zombies take a bit of time to break through the door to get inside, but once they do that, it's not hard. Just try not get jumped by special infected on the way out. But ultimately, No Mercy is very easy. It won't give you very much trouble. Now, number 2, Crash Course. Let's see. Is it very hard again? Or did it go up? Nah, it's still the hardest one. In fact, now it is the hardest one. Honestly, screw this campaign, dude. You have no bile jars, no AKs, no melee weapons. It's so difficult. It will make you want to eat glass. Like I said before in my other video, they designed this campaign with Versus in mind. So, when you're playing it, the finale specifically, because level 1 is not hard. You can get through it in a few minutes. Level 2, you fight through this whole level and you gotta get to the end, and there's no perfect spot. There's decent spots to hold out, but you'll find yourself, you know, getting killed, restarting, having to do it all over again. Having to, trying new strategies can be so tiresome because you have to get to the finale every single time. And there's some decent spots. Like I was watching Tank Bros and he did a decent strategy where he kind of just like did this little corner behind the buses outside and it was pretty good. That was what I used to end up winning, but it just requires a lot of skill and a lot of luck. But ultimately, I'm just glad I got it over with because I hate this one and I don't like the campaign anyway. Love the visual, the poster, the style, the story, that crashed helicopter, but nah, it sucks. All right, we got number two now. We got Death Toll. How do we feel about it? Yeah, it's very easy. Death Toll is easier, way easier in Left 4 Dead 1 than Left 4 Dead 2 for a lot of reasons. Maybe not a lot, but a few. The biggest one is level 4 is not a gauntlet like they turned it into. You can just hold out, you just go back up into the little office rooms, the cubicles. But honestly, besides that, level 1, yeah, you're not really going to die on it. Level 2, the sewers can be kind of difficult, maybe, but level 3 was, the church, I can see it being difficult. It is kind of a long level, but it's not that hard. The holdout isn't very hard, and a lot of little spots and things just kind of got tweaked and changed around in Left 4 Dead 2. Left 4 Dead 1, the original, it's kind of just untouched. It's not very hard. Level 4, like I said, it's easy with not having to do the gauntlet. And level 5, I think you can run back to the safe room. I didn't try it because the bots were so slow, there wasn't even a point. They just get mobbed. But we have the Jesus Rock, where the zombies can't get you pretty much. Teammates won't really be able to get up there, but you can cover them pretty good. And yeah, Death Toll's pretty easy. And now we go to Dead Air. Dead Air is easy. Yeah, Dead Air is easy. It's easy in Left 4 Dead 1, it's easy in Left 4 Dead 2. It's one of my favorite campaigns, and it's also one of the easiest. Level 2 can be a bit tricky. I feel like if you get a bad tank spawn, you still have tier 1 weapons in the hotel. He could screw you up pretty bad, but honestly, if you get him early and you kill him, or you get him later and run around him, he's not that bad. Level 3, let's see, level 2 is, yeah, the crane. Level 3 is the construction site. Construction site's not that hard. You can run back to the safe room to do the holdout. Make your way. It's a long level. Hopefully you don't get bad witch and tank spawns. Level 4, it's also not hard. The van is pretty easy to hold out. They're usually pretty generous with Molotovs and pipe bombs, and they don't force you into that stupid gauntlet like in Left 4 Dead 2. I mean, you can trigger a horde, but you don't have to run through it on purpose like you need to do it to win. Just don't run through the metal detector. Level 5, I'll admit, can give you some trouble. Just because the bots, of course, the tanks, they struggle with them. And this is one of those finales where you just kind of got to be out in the open and shoot them. It's not that bad though. Hang out by that like tape where the plane runs off, and you should be fine. Ultimately, pretty easy. Oh, and one more thing about Dead Air is that when I originally did it on my channel in Left 4 Dead 1, I screwed up the recording or the video editing, and I ended up not having like pretty much most of the finale. So I redid it for my full game video, and I did the whole thing single player, bots, expert, without any deaths. So yeah, it's pretty easy in my opinion. Granted, it was the very last campaign I did and that I've done at this point in time. So at this point, I've been like pretty good at it, but still pretty easy. All right, Blood Harvest. We're almost to the end. This won't be a very long video. Blood Harvest is hard. Yeah, Blood Harvest is pretty hard. It's only really that hard on the finale though. The rest of it's not that hard. Once again, they added that weird gauntlet on level 4 right near the end, but in Left 4 Dead 1 it's not there, so I don't think there's even a crescendo on that entire level. Hmm. Level 1, easy. Level 2, the trains, decent holdout, easy. It's in the beginning. Level 3, it's that one with the bridge, right? You break it down. It's not that hard to get to the safe room. Usually you gotta leave your teammates behind. Level 4, there isn't even a crescendo. It's easy. Bad tank spawn can screw you up though. And the finale is difficult. you can't really use that spot very well that I use on Left 4 Dead 2. The bots just struggle with it, and there's no melee weapons in case you gotta clean up really quick. And the farmhouse is probably the best place to hold out. It's where I did it. I watched Tank Bros. He did it that way too. He just kind of set up the stairs. It's easy to get them up there. The bots don't follow you well, but you can kind of manipulate them. If you go out the window, they'll follow you up the stairs pretty quickly. So just use that to get them upstairs and then get them back in the hallway. Fight the hordes that way. Lead the tank around, and then rinse and repeat. But it is difficult. You will die a lot on the finale unless you get good luck. On one of my runs, I did beat him. I did beat him. The second tank, I mean. I beat the level, got in the truck, but Lewis was just hanging around doing nothing. And the tank literally wormed his way into the truck and killed me. I was so upset. But I beat it. It's not the worst thing in the world. It actually is kind of quite fun, but it is kind of difficult. The sacrifice, we're going to put that at moderate. Yeah, it's pretty moderate. It's not that hard. It's in the middle. I can imagine you'd struggle with it very hard. It is easy to struggle with, to be honest, because that first level. But you can use that trick with the tank door that I mentioned in my Left 4 Dead 2 video. Basically, when you're gonna open the door in level 1, hang back by the side and open it. If you're not in line of sight of the tank, then he's not gonna spawn. Unfortunately, your bots will spawn him by being in a line of sight. So you gotta bring him to the side and knock them. Just incap them, then do it, then throw a pipe bomb, get them up, clear the horde, heal, and then fight the tank. It's not that bad. Level 2 won't give you a lot of trouble either. It's pretty fine. I don't really remember much about it. I died maybe once. I should have opened a rescue closet at one point, but I tried killing a smoker and he got me. Level 3, you might die a little bit. I can imagine it's hit or miss. For me, I didn't struggle with it because I've beaten it before on 1 and 2. But the 3 tanks and how he singles out your teammates can easily be very difficult. And I can imagine you struggling a lot, but I didn't. Good positioning, good gas can usage. It won't be very hard. But it is moderately difficult, level 1 and 3. And that concludes that. So, thank you for watching.